What's up, guys? Predator 3081 here, and I am here for a commentary. Now, I did say that I will talking more about the gameplay, and I'm sorry I didn't upload. Now, my upload schedule is kind of weird sometimes. Sometimes it's kind of weird, but right now, my old converter somehow broke down, so I got a new converter to make the file size smaller. So it's good. And just a couple words about the gameplay. I do go 45, I think, in 4. I know it's a pretty good game. It's like about a 4 ratio game, so it's pretty decent. Now, I am rocking the PP90 with extended mags and rapid fire. Pretty cool setup. Now, I do spray from the hip, which means I am running steady aim, sleight of hand, and quick draw. Predator, attack, helicopter, and Reaper for maximum amount of kills. So, now I'm here to talk about a story that not that many people know about. None of you guys probably know that I am from Romania, and that is in Europe, right? In Romania was and still is quite a poor country, so they don't have very much money. So countries that tend to be poor and don't have much money, especially Romania, the people there are different, right? Like here, when you go into a small town in Canada and you run out of gas and someone asks you, oh, you need gas or all that stuff, oh, they'll probably happily lend you some gas just to manage to get to a gas station or whatnot, right? So that does not work in Romania. In Romania, it is the opposite, right? So the story begins when this was about 4 years ago, so I'm about 11, still kind of foolish, still kind of young. So what we did was there's this old man, and we used to live on a hill, right? And it was like right beside our house was this like really steep downhill, and on the right of our house was the street, and then you go down the hill, right? So there was about, let's say, 20 houses on the street. So, and keep in mind, this is like old, right? So a lot of the houses were made out of brick and whatnot. So there was this man about, let's say, 5 to 6 houses down, and he was a douchebag. Man, the guy was such an ass. Now, his name is, like, I can't say his name because it's a Romanian name, and to be honest, I actually forgot it. So, let's just call him Jim. So, Jim was a douchebag, right? Like, what he did was, one time, sometimes we play soccer, because soccer's really crazy in Romania, right? So sometimes when you would kick the soccer ball over the fence, he wouldn't give it back. What he would do is his fence had like spikes on it, right? And the spikes somehow went back a little bit, like a couple inches into his land, right? So you couldn't really touch there. You'd have to like reach a lot. So because they were really high. So he would put all the balls he collected, he would like stab them, and he would put them on there. Like, Jim was a douche. Like, honestly, the guy like had mental disability, not disability, but had problems somehow. So he would do that, and that kind of pissed us off because, like, it's a poor country, and your parents don't make the greatest amount of money. So like a soccer ball wasn't cheap, right? There was like probably 3 kids who had soccer balls on the street. All of them got taken away by that douchebag, and they were put on his fence as a display, right? So, to the core of the story is one day there was this little girl, and she was about the age of 5, and her family was like still quite poor, right? But we're not talking poor. Like, we're not talking about, like, those commercials in Africa where we can't have water. You had a good living style, right? But just, you couldn't afford the stuff that you could afford now, right? You didn't have PlayStation. All you had was, like, one whole family computer and, like, 1 or 2 TVs if you're lucky. That's it. That's all you had. You didn't have anything else. Because back in Romania, you would spend most of your time outside or helping your parents, right? So, this little girl, she got an ice cream from her parents, right? And it wasn't a popsicle kind of ice cream. It was one of those in like a cup ice creams, like a bowl if you would prefer. So what she did was on the dude's on Jim's fence, there was this kind of like flat part a little bit under the spikes. So you could put, like, let's say like a phone on there. It's enough, like a tiny space, right? So what she did is she put her ice cream there because she had to tie her shoe. Now, because Romania is quite dirty, you don't want to put it on the ground, right? Because of dirtiness and stuff. So she put it there, and then the gym guy comes out, and the dude was crazy. So the little girl she's bending down. Haha, that's what she said. So she's bending down, and the dude had like this like airsoft gun. Well, it was a 22 caliber. It was really small. So he took it and he shot the ice cream, and the girl started crying. Like, he didn't hit her, but he just shot the ice cream. So we got kind of mad, and what we did is, me and my cousin, what we did was we had slingshots at the time, right? So at the time you didn't have like any sort of weaponry except for, like, stuff you made by yourself. So we made some slingshots a while ago. So what we did was we took a slingshot and we put like decent amount of rocks on it. We put like 3 to 4 rocks, and we shot it out his window. And he looked out the window, and then my cousin, he had this like bigger, more powerful slingshot, and he hit the guy right in the head. The guy fell out of his front door, like his front window, and he like did like a flip or a somersault, and he landed on his back in his front yard. And at that point, I was done, right? Because I was visiting Romania. So, then what my cousin did, he went in and he stole, like, let's say $30 worth of money, and there it's worth about 100 lei. That's what the currency is. So I hope you enjoyed this story, guys. A bit rushed, but this is a good gameplay. Remember to subscribe, comment, like. I'm Predator 381. Peace, guys.